Hello everyone, this is the Astrofiend, and I know it's been a few months since I've uploaded to this channel. I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm such a contemplative, semi-introverted. Regardless, we could talk about this more later. I just wanted to bring you a creepy story time for Halloween, since today is Halloween. It's also fucking Scorpio season. So shout out to all my good evolved Scorpios out there. And if you don't know what the catacombs are, it's like an ancient underground cemetery slash tunnel where there are miles of skulls and bones of dead people. It's like walls of skulls, but it's like miles. It's like, I think my experience was like for 30-45 minutes. Like it was like underground, like levels. There's like a whole bunch of stairs going down. Anyway, like for the Paris catacombs, as I said before, it's an ancient underground cemetery tunnel where there are miles of walls of bones and skulls of dead people. And it's supposed to hold the remains of more than 6 million people. So imagine 6 million people, skulls, bones, remains, fragments, but like walls of it. And you know what? I'll insert some of my pictures that I took that day. Anyway, it was an interesting experience. It was like a cool, dimly lit space. Even though I was alone, like I wasn't afraid. But to be honest, in like hindsight, I was being like a little bit ratchet and disrespectful to the dead. Like I was dead ass taking selfies with skulls and touching it and pretending like it was my friend. I was like making kissy faces. I was just being ratchet. Anyways, after that experience where I went to the catacombs on Halloween, I think it was either the same day or a few days after. I really don't remember anymore. But my laptop started working. But regardless, nothing really serious happened until I got back home to America. That's when I started to experience like weird shit. Not necessarily creepy shit, but weird shit. Like there's a difference. There's creepy shit and there's weird shit. Like some guy that's just like walking up and looking at you and like being weird, that's weird. But if the creepy guy follows you, like the weird guy follows you for a couple of blocks and just continues to do weird shit, that's like creepy weird shit. You understand? Anyway, like after I got back home to America, I just started to experience like weird shit. I started to experience a sucking feeling in the back of my head. It's like weird. I don't know how to describe it, but it was like tingling, suction, pulsating, like all in the back of my head. Like there was some invisible like energy like massaging and sucking the back of my head. Like, it didn't hurt, and it went away after a while, but it used to happen at night, and I used to get it for like 2 years. Anyway, you know what? I haven't experienced that sensation in months, but it used to happen frequently for a period of like 2 years, where it's just like this. Anyway, I don't know how to describe it, but during that time, I used to get it a lot. And it was directly after I got back from home. After I got back to America from Europe. Anyway, not only did I experience that like weird sucking feeling in the back of my head nightly, I also had like weird coincidental like experiences of just like weird coincidences that was just like completely weird. Like, let me give you an example. Like, one weird experience was I was Googling a question, and I pulled up a Yahoo Answers page, and the person was asking the same question I was, but the person who asked the question had a username that had the same first and middle name like me, which was so freaky. Like, what are the odds that one night you're just Googling a question that you want like an answer to, and then you pull up a page, and in that page, the person that's asking the question, their username is the same first and middle name like me. And you know what? That happened several times after. I'm just like, that was just like weird. Maybe it's just like a coincidence. Like, my first and middle names are kind of common, but that's still weird. I'm sorry, that's weird, because it happened to me several times. And actually a couple months ago, like, that even happened to me, where it's just like my first name, but also instead of my middle name, my last name, and just like weird shit. Anyway, to get back to the story, to set this all up, in my entire life, I've only had like 4 like sleep paralysis experiences. The first one happening when I was in middle school, and with the first like sleep paralysis experience, I deadass thought it was like aliens behind my door. Like, I was afraid, but it wasn't like scary. It wasn't like the experience I'm gonna be telling you about like now. Okay, anyway, this happened when I came back from Europe, like a few months after. It was around it was like winter, late winter, early spring. And before like this sleep paralysis experience, I've experienced something weird. And with this other experience, not the one I'm talking to you later, but with this experience, I woke up and I saw a faceless shadow creature figure on the curtain of my bedroom window. Like, that was a weird experience, but I wasn't afraid. Like, even though I felt it watching me, like, I wasn't afraid. By the way, this happened to me before, like me seeing figures like on windows, but that hadn't happened to me since I was a child. Like, the first time like I saw a figure in the window, like a shadow figure in the window, was like when I was a child. But that only happened once, and this was the second experience. But I guess it was like I don't know how long, because this happened such a long time ago, like a few years ago, that like it's not as clear and vivid as it used to be. But after that shadow like creature figure, faceless shadow creature figure thing on my window, it wasn't too long after that, that's when I experienced the creepy, weird sleep paralysis like experience. And that experience was fucking weird, but it was also fucking scary. Okay, let me set this up. okay, it was one particular night. I just woke up suddenly in the middle of the night, and I just felt like I wasn't alone. Like there was something else in the room with me. So I was just like, what? So I just sat up, tried to collect myself, and I laid back down to try to go to sleep. As soon as I laid down, I just felt this something go inside of me. Like, it wasn't weird. I mean, it was weird, but the weird thing about it was I wasn't asleep when it went inside of me. But after it went inside of me, like, I couldn't move. I had sleep paralysis, or like a sleep paralysis experience after that. And like during this like experience, like I could not fucking move. And literally in my mind, I was arguing with it. I was like, get the fuck out my body. Like, this was all in my mind, by the way. Like, get out. Get the fuck out my body. I bullied it out. Like, I couldn't move. I was like, nope, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out my body. Yo, I was disrespectful to that thing. I don't know what it was. I was like, get the fuck out. You're not allowed here. Leave me alone. Like, I was literally fighting. And this went on for a couple of minutes. I was talking to it. I was threatening it. It seemed forever for this thing to get out of me, but it was like really like a few minutes. But I did not back down. I was like, nope. Get the fuck out. Like, who the fuck do you think you are trying to go inside my body when I'm awake? Fuck out of here. Like, I didn't say all that, but that's how I was thinking when I was telling it to like get out of my body. It was so creepy, so weird. And the weird thing about it is that like the video, I'm gonna be titling it like creepy sleep paralysis like experience, because I wasn't asleep when this happened. I was awake for a few minutes, but I wasn't like asleep at all. Like, I literally woke up, felt there was something else in the room with me. I sat up for a moment, then when I laid down, this like, I don't know what it was, but it just went inside of me. Anyway, I bullied it out. I was like cursing at it. I was trying to move. I was trying to move my toes. I could not move at all. And I was not playing. I tried to move my face. I was not here for it. I was like, fuck out of here. I was like, ugh. And like finally I was able to wiggle my toes, and then I felt it like literally move out of me. Like, it, like, I don't know how to describe it, but if you ever seen like creepy, like, I guess possession movies or whatever, and like the person's like laying down, and then when the demonic or whatever entity wanted to leave, you just see the person's body go up and the thing like get out the body. That was pretty much what it was like. And yo, that experience, it shook me. Like, I deadass could not like go back to sleep like afterwards, which is like, it was a sleep paralysis experience without me like being asleep. And it was just so weird to me. I really don't know how to describe it, but I would say one of my theories is like, I possibly, okay, this sounds so freaky and weird, but I'm thinking that maybe I brought something back from the catacombs when I was in Paris. Because as I mentioned before, like after I left the catacombs, it was either the night of, or a few days after, but my laptop stopped working. And I didn't really think much of it because for some reason technology is weird around me. Like, it's either my fault or the computer's fault, but like, I've run through so many laptops. It's not even like funny. I ran through some phones too, but it's mostly like laptops where they suddenly stop working or I overcharge them. So I was just thinking, maybe like I abused the laptop. Maybe I overcharged it. But like literally my laptop stopped working. But I didn't really think anything of it because, as I said before, like I'm just like bad with like laptops. I'm always fucking up a laptop. So I was like, whatever. But like for the months after, like just weird, as I said before, weird shit. Weird coincidences, like a tingling, sucking feeling in the back of my head at night. And like this. And it could be possible that I brought something back. But it could also be it could also be like when I'm traveling, things are attracted to me or my energy, because I would say I do have like experiences with traveling. I remember a year after that particular experience, I was traveling with my sister. We're just like exploring and just having a good time, and we stopped at a hotel to use the bathroom. And as I was leaving that hotel, like I just felt this fear and like dread just washed through my body. I can't even explain it, but I was scared for a few moments after I left that hotel. Like it was just fear and dread. And no, a fun fact about me is when I was a kid, I was afraid of hotels. And that particular experience brought me back to my childhood and like that experience. So I'm thinking like maybe like when I'm traveling, that's like where like energies and like entities are like attracted to me. I have no idea, but that like hotel whatever experience, that was like a year after like the sleep paralysis like experience. And I don't know, it's just weird, just too weird. Like I can't even explain it. But anyway, that's my story time. I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully I wasn't boring. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much. Happy Halloween. Stay safe. Don't mess with the Ouija boards. Nope, don't do that. Unless you like want to die and have a demon possess you. And also, if you go to the Paris catacombs, do not touch the skulls and take selfies with it and make kissy faces like I did. Cause maybe like the spirits and the entities that were there were like, who's this bitch think she is? Taking selfies and kissy faces and touching my remains. Like who the fuck does this bitch think she is? That's on some disrespectful-ish. But you know what? I was young. And I enjoyed my experience, so whatever. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. Check out my blog. Well, my blog. theastrofiend.com. And be safe. Enjoy Scorpio season.